Hey guys, if you've ever pressed and held on a photo on your iPhone and watched it come to life for a second, then you've seen a live photo. And if your reaction was something like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then maybe you never thought about it again, you're probably not the only one. Most people think live photos are just a gimmick, a photo that wiggles a little, but they're actually one of the most underrated features on your iPhone. And today I want to show you everything that they can actually do because there's a lot more going on than most people realize. Let's get into it. If you're new here, I'm Nicole. This channel is all about helping you capture, organize, and actually relive the moments that matter to you. This video is part of my Apple Photo series. I'll link the other videos in the description if you want to catch up. All right, so let's start with what a live photo actually is, because once you understand the mechanics, it completely changes how you think about them. So when you take a live photo, your iPhone isn't just capturing a still image. It's recording 1.5 seconds of video before you press the shutter and 1.5 seconds after. So every single live photo in your camera roll is actually like a 3-second video clip with a still frame sitting in the middle of it. Which means if you've had the live photos feature enabled, then you've been accidentally creating short video clips of every moment you've captured. Maybe it's that laugh right before you got the shot, the movement right after. It's all there. You just might not have known how to access it. Okay, so first thing I want to show you is how to change the keyframe. The keyframe is the still image that represents your live photo. It's what you see when you're just looking at it normally without pressing. And by default, it's the exact moment that you press the shutter button, which might not always be the best moment. So here's how to change that. Open up the live photo you want to edit, and you'll tap the adjust button at the bottom. It's those 3 lines with the 3 circles on the 3 lines. And by default, it's going to pull up your adjust tab. But I want to go over to the live tab, which is left of that. And you'll see you have this timeline with this little box. Now, if I take the box and I drag it, I can drag it to any part in that live photo and say I want of when she's actually smiling and looking at the camera. So then I can do that and select the box and then select make key photo. And then I press done. And now that's the photo. It's still a live photo, but that key photo changed. This is generally one of my favorite features because it means you're not stuck with whatever split second you happen to press the button. If someone blinked, if the angle was slightly off, if the expression you actually wanted was a fraction of a second later, you can just go and find it and make that your photo instead. It's like having a second chance at the shot every single time. Now let's talk about effects, and this is where live photos can get pretty fun. All right, so I'm pulling up a different live photo, and if you notice in the top left, there is a button that says live and then with an arrow drop down menu. So if I click that, you have loop, bounce, long exposure, and then live off. So live is just the default. It plays through the clip once if you press and hold down on the image. But if you click on loop, it's going to turn it into a seamlessly repeating video. So instead of playing once and stopping, it's just going to keep going. Now bounce plays the clip forward and then backward, kind of like a boomerang. You've probably seen this effect on social media. It's that same idea. And then there's long exposure. Now I want to use a different image for this. So here's an image of a waterfall. And I mean, this looks like a basic, picture, but it is a live photo, which means that I can come up to the drop down and I can click long exposure. And what it's going to do is it's going to blend all the frames in the clip together into a single frame, which is what creates that silky smooth effect that you usually need like a DSLR and a tripod for. So if I don't have my big camera with me, this is a really great feature to be able to get that cool, smooth, silky effect with like water or like a river or maybe a busy street at night, like with like light trails. And it's just one of those features that feels like it shouldn't work as well as it does. One more useful thing that you can do with live photos is you can convert them to a video. So a lot of platforms like Android, Windows, social media, they don't support native live photo files. So if you want to share it as like a moving clip, then you can convert it to a video. And Apple Photos makes that very simple. So all you have to do is just open a live photo. And if you come up to the 3 dots in the top right corner, there's an option to save as video. So if I save that as video, then it's going to put it right next to the original live photo and it's going to make it into a video. So here's the live photo and now I swipe over and here's the video. So it's a 3-second video. This is great to use if you want to be able to share it anywhere or use it in like a video edit or just to keep alongside the original. Another thing that you can do, so I have 3 images that are very similar and I can actually come up to select those 3 images and I can go back to the 3 dots and do save as video. And what it's going to do is it's going to save all of those into one video. So now that's like a 7-second video. So it's a pretty cool feature to have, again, if you're wanting to make like a video montage or you want to be able to share this with loved ones that might not have an iPhone. So, should you keep live photos on or turn them off? And here's the honest answer. Live photos do take up a lot more space than a regular photo. Because again, think about that it's kind of like a 3-second video. So there is that downside. And then they also don't animate when you share them to Android or most social platforms, even though there is that option to save them as a video. But for everyday moments, especially with people you love, the ability to change the keyframe, use effects, and convert to video just makes it worth it, in my opinion. And my simple rule of thumb is to just keep it on by default, but I know that I can toggle it off right in the camera app at any time. When you open your camera app, look for either the word photo at the bottom of the screen or the 6 dots in the top right corner. Tapping either one will open a quick settings panel. And in that panel, you'll see the live photos toggle. And if you tap it, you'll notice there are actually 3 settings: on, off, and auto. On means every photo you take will be a live photo. Off means none of them will be. And auto is kind of a middle ground. In auto mode, your phone intelligently decides whether to record the live photo based on what it detects in the scene. So if there's movement happening, it's more likely to capture it. And if the scene is completely still, it may skip it. It's a nice option if you want the benefit of live photos without committing to every single photo being one. But if you want to be more in control, then you can do on or off. In whichever setting you choose, your camera will remember it and keep it that way every time you open the app. So you're not resetting it every time. So that's live photos, what they actually are, how to get the best frame, how to use effects, how to convert them to video, and how to decide whether to keep them on. Hopefully this changed how you might think about a feature that's been on your phone for a while. And if this was helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe. And again, I would love for you to check out my whole Apple Photos series. I've linked the videos in the description below. And I hope to see you in the next one.